up, everyone? It's your girl Shay here on my channel. If you're new, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. As you can see by the title of today's video, I'm talking about my con experience now that it is now 2022 and everything has pretty much opened back up again. So yeah, I just decided to make this video to see, like, have conventions changed since reopening after the pandemic. So the convention that I actually ended up attending was Fanime, and Fanime is actually a convention that I've gone to for several years. My first time going was in 2013, and then starting in around 2016, I started going pretty much every single year. So my fiance and I had actually bought tickets for 2020, but because of everything that happened, obviously the convention was canceled. 2021, they decided to do a virtual convention, which I decided not to virtually attend, mostly due to the fact that I tried attending a virtual convention before when Funimation held one, and it really just wasn't the same. So I forego doing that, and what they actually did, which I thought was a great thing that Fanime actually ended up doing, which is pretty much anyone that bought a ticket for 2020, they basically just rolled your ticket over to 2022. So my fiance and I have basically held on to these tickets for about 2 years. So we went and enjoyed the convention. So first thing first, I know some people are probably gonna ask, were there any like COVID protocols going to this convention? And there were. And it seems that Fanime didn't actually tell a lot of people about the COVID protocols, especially regarding vaccinations. So for this convention, you did have to be fully vaccinated. And that didn't mean just getting your first 2 shots or just 1 shot if you got this Johnson & Johnson one, but also included getting a booster. So basically what you were able to do is to download something called the Clear app, which they sent you an email to basically tell you to use this Clear app. And basically in the app, you basically uploaded all your vaccination information. You took a picture or showed a picture of your vaccination card. And basically you manually pretty much put in the vaccinations that you received, as well as like what year or the date that you actually got it. And pretty much from there, it basically lets you know with a green check mark whether or not you basically were adhering to the policies that they already had in place. So the first time I actually did this, I actually did it incorrectly and only put my first vaccination in there, which was Johnson & Johnson. So I was, for me, what I felt was fully vaccinated, but they then told me that it was incorrect and that something was wrong and I had to redo it. So I did it again, but this time I remembered I had gotten a booster, which was on my vaccination card. So I inputted that information and everything worked out pretty much a-okay, perfectly fine. But for a lot of people, because this was something that many people were not known about, or it could possibly just be the fact that a lot of people just did not read the COVID policies fully, that a lot of people actually showed up to the convention, had their vaccination status, and then were promptly turned away because they did not have the booster. So I will say that. So that actually ended up happening. So once you had everything uploaded to the Clear app, my fiance and I actually ended up going on what's considered day 0 to pick up our badges. And when we went to go pick up our badges, everything actually went very, very clear, or actually very, very easy. It wasn't like standing in line con 3.0. Not a lot of people were actually waiting in line at that point in time. It was like a midway kind of a line. Got up there, showed them the Clear app, along with, I believe you had to show your ID as well to prove that it was you, obviously. And then they let you go inside and pick up your badge, which was also very seamless and easy, and there wasn't even a line. Now, you didn't have to use the Clear app if you didn't want to. Some people did bring just in their actual vaccination card, which they allowed as well, but it seemed like that line took a little bit longer because obviously you had to manually see everything compared to the Clear app where everything was basically just right there on your phone. Once you did that, you obviously got a wristband, and then you also got your badge, which was on a lanyard, and you picked up like a little grab bag or goodie bag that really didn't have anything in it beyond the Fanime like log, let you know like what was actually happening, their schedule and stuff like that. That was pretty much it. So beyond that, the rest of the convention, you did have to wear a mask inside. You had to wear it at all times. The only time you did not have to wear a mask was if you were outside, but if you were inside the convention itself, you did have to have one. And as far as I was able to look around, there was no one that wasn't like trying to not adhere to this rule. And a lot of the convention staff were very clearly would go up to people if their mask like wasn't over their nose to tell them to like, hey, pull their mask up or to put their mask on. And people pretty much did abide by that rule. Now, I will say though, for anyone who did attend this convention or any convention that happened over the following weekend, please get yourself tested for COVID, because we were all around a lot of people. So you never know, like, if someone did have it or such and such. So yeah, just saying, just to be on the little bit of a precaution side. Now, as far as the rest of the convention was concerned, it went great. I actually really enjoyed myself. Now, I don't know if it's because of me getting older or because of me going to Fanime for several years in a row. My fiance and I were very much did like a choose your own adventure type of a day. We didn't have anything really particularly scheduled. We spent a lot of time in both the dealer's hall, the artist alley, as well as the gaming hall a lot of the time. So mostly just around the main area that the convention was. But at Fanime, the convention actually takes place in like several other hotels that are close by. And so you can basically go in there, take a look and see what other conventions things are going on. But we actually didn't venture to any of those areas. We mostly stayed in the convention center itself. We were going to attend one panel, but at the time we were trying to just going into the panel just to wait for our friends. And by the time the panel was about to start, our friends had arrived, so we actually left the panel and went and met them into the dealer's hall. And as far as nothing else really crazy happened. The cosplays were great and everything else. Although I will say that there weren't as many people attending as I have seen in previous years when it came to attending Fanime. Usually attending Fanime, it's like hordes and just a whole bunch of people. This time, there were still a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but it definitely was a lot less people than usual. And I think it was because of their COVID protocols and having to turn a lot of people away. And also this year, they did not allow kids or babies under the age of 5. And I believe this had to do with the whole COVID thing, because babies or people under 5 or kids under 5 are not able to be vaccinated. And I'm sure they want to try and keep those kids safe. So they were actually not allowed inside the convention, but they were outside among other people, because I did see some little kids around there. Now, as far as like things that I did not like about the convention, or that I hope that they change in recent years to come, was security. So many of us know about what happened in Texas, and it was a very sad thing that happened in Texas, as well as everywhere else where these like mass shootings have happened. And I had told my fiance, like before we even went, that I was very excited to go to the convention because I was excited to like see a lot of my friends and stuff. But I was also nervous because we were going to be in a heavily populated place, and I was nervous about, you know, something potentially like that happening. Nothing did, thankfully, but I was very nervous about it because Fanime hasn't always had the best security, and I'm just putting that out there and being completely honest with you. So for you to get into the convention, as long as you had your wristband and your badge, that was it. They didn't do a bag check, they didn't do anything else. And to me, I wish that they would have. I know that there was another convention I've attended before, which was Crunchyroll Expo, and they actually did have metal detectors and security that wand you and checked everything every time you walked into that convention. And I really wish that Fanime would do the exact same thing, especially because that convention center is so big and has so many entrances and exits that they just weren't covered beyond the entrance that was in the front. And all they looked for was for you to have a wristband or a badge. And I'm sure there were a lot of people that got a hold of a wristband or got a hold of a badge and didn't actually pay for a ticket and actually got inside. And yeah, to me, that was kind of the low point on Fanime's part, because they really should have had a lot more security in place, especially with everything that has been happening over the past few years. And I know, I'm sure there are probably other people like myself that are a little apprehensive when it came to being in a large crowd like that because of everything that has currently happened. But yeah, that is just me. So obviously at a convention, the one thing that everyone's going to do is buy stuff, and I bought stuff. But I will say that because of, once again, I think me getting older, I'm very much more, how can I put it, picky about what I decide to buy. I'm definitely not just buying everything willy-nilly like how I did at other previous years, where I just would like see something because it's a show that I really like or a character I really like and then automatically buy it. Now though, I'm mostly buying things that I either really want because of it being interesting or unique, or something that I know that I'm going to use. And I also feel like every single year there's a particular item or product that I tend to gravitate towards the most. Like I feel like the first year I ever went, it was always the buttons because I could attach them to stuff. And then a few years ago, it was stickers because I could put them on my water bottles. And this year it was phone charms because I've gotten obsessed with decorating my phone. So that was one of the things that I gravitated towards the most. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, I didn't buy a lot of stuff related to anime. I bought stuff related to BTS. I was surprised at the fact that at the convention, there was a lot of like K-pop or BTS stuff. Well, I'm not completely surprised, but I also kind of was surprised. There actually was an entire booth that was related to BTS and buying BTS merchandise. Now, this was like licensed merchandise of BTS, and now, of course, we'll put up a picture. But yeah, they had an entire booth, and I only checked out that booth once, only because of the fact that the first time I went over there, I was very tempted to buy stuff, but obviously the prices there were marked up a lot, so I decided not to, because I knew that I could buy a lot of those items at places that were a whole lot cheaper, and some of the items didn't come with photo cards, which is what a lot of people buy the albums for, but they weren't even in there. So I just didn't really buy anything at that booth, but that doesn't mean I didn't buy stuff. So of course it's going to be like a little bit of a mini haul of the items that I did decide to buy. So like I said, I try and buy stuff that is unique or interesting, so I actually bought these. Now, some of these things are on like my Instagram, or it's in my Instagram stories, I think, or they're on my Twitter. And yeah, so these are like little cards that someone made of all the BTS members. Let me see if I get the focus. There you go. Yeah, all the BTS members. And they're all like little witches or wizards. And they all have different like abilities based off of like things in the fandom. Based on things in the fandom that we all like who are a part of ARMY pretty much know. And I thought it was really cool, really interesting, especially because at the time, or around the time that I went to the convention, I had just finished a fanfic where it was Hogwarts and BTS like weirdly like put together. So this caught my eye, so I had to get these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I just thought it was very interesting, very great. And yeah, the next thing I bought was pins, and I don't know where I'm going to put these pins just yet. And honestly, the next few items all came from the exact same shop. I literally only went to three different shops to buy stuff, and it was these pins, which are the mic drop pins, and this is Jin, this is RM. These are the only two members that I decided to buy. And then I bought a Map of the Soul pin. Let's see if it will focus. Focus. This is the Map of the Soul pin here that I was able to purchase, and this is so cute, so very, very nice. So yeah, I got that. And then of course I got phone charms, and I got them in almost every single member except one. Excuse me. So all these charms are based off of the BTS members' BT21 characters. So I got 6 out of the 7. And that's only because one of the members that she had, which is Shuki, she actually was sold out of. So I got Koya, RJ. I don't have Shuki, so in the replacement of Shuki, I will show you what I'm using as a replacement. Then I also, of course, got Mong. Let's see if it will focus. Mong. I got Chimmy, Tata, which is also I think V's character, and I got Cookie, which is JK's character. And all these fit onto the back of my phone, and because I don't have Shuki just yet, this is my current phone and how it looks. The picture is mine, it is a Sugar, and the reason why I don't have Shuki is because he's not here. So I just have a BTS Mott's purple charm until I can get his. And then I bought the heart sticker, or the heart charm, this thing adhesive from her as well, to stick onto the back of my phone. The other thing that I got was actually a sticker that says you have no jams, and that is like a meme among the BTS ARMY that basically RM is saying that to Jimin. So I bought a sticker that says that, And that is pretty much everything that I basically bought. Like I said, I bought the charms because I like to decorate my phone, so these things are definitely going to be used. The pins, I will figure out where to put them at this point. And yeah, that's what I ended up buying. So overall, what I have to say about my con experience, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I was very glad that I was able to finally go to this convention because it's been such a long time since I've been able to go. I do think they need to like up their security though just a little bit because there's a lot of people, and I really hope or wish that they would have been a lot more transparent about their COVID policies as far as the vaccination status is concerned, only because so many people like did get turned away, and these are some people that spent money on tickets or hotel rooms and got turned away and were unable to go, and to me that kind of sucks. But overall, I enjoyed it. I feel like I'm definitely getting older going to the conventions because I didn't stay there as late as I usually have in previous years. I didn't go to that many panels, if at all. And like I said, my friends and I spent a lot of time in the dealer's hall, the artist alley, as well as the gaming hall. Oh, and the one other thing also that I bought was chips. I tried those honey butter chips and they are so good. And my fiance bought a do-it-yourself boba kit as well, which he said was actually pretty good. I like boba, but I don't like the pearls, but he said it overall was actually really good. And yeah, I'm not going to show you the packages of the chips because I still do have a box or bag that I bought, only because I don't want to wake up my cats. They're sleeping and I don't need them thinking that I'm about to feed them potato chips this early. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably do another video soon, hopefully. I don't really know when. I know before I was going to try and do videos twice a week, but now I'm just only going to record a video when I feel like it or when I have something that I really want to talk about or discuss. So yeah, I'll be having links below on my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and of course my TikToks. Feel free to check me out. And so feel free to check me out on there. Give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys soon with a brand new video. Like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy in today's day and age, stay healthy, and of course, please stay safe. All right, you guys. Bye.